Welcome to barre class. As soon as you have your equipment and water handy and you're ready to get moving, you can press play on this video. Warm-up begins with feet straight down from the hips, and then I want you to just raise your right heel. Without changing head height, we alternate heel raises. So I always tell my clients, pretend you have a book on your head. It helps you to minimize any bounce or vertical movement. For 4, 3, 2, last one, both heels down, then we raise and lower together. So little tiny micro bend in the knees, core is bracing, and then shoulders relaxed and down. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's step our feet wider than hips. We're going to alternate toe taps. Picking the entire foot up off the floor and then tapping just that big toe out as far from your body as you can, getting a nice straight leg. Let's add arm reach. Same side as the toe that's tapping. We're reaching our fingertips for the ceiling, and then we're still reaching our toes as far out to the side as we can. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Arm goes across the chest. Really important here to make sure our chest is staying pointed straight ahead. Let me show you what we're avoiding right here. This. My chest is going side to side. I'm twisting in my torso. We want to keep it pointed straight ahead. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Across for 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go up for 2, across for 2, up for 2, and across. Last time, up 2, across for 2. And then let's land our feet. So feet wider than hips, pick up your toes, turn them out to 2 and 10. From here, belly pulls in, shoulders down. We're going to bend the knees, slide down an imaginary wall. Tailbone is pointed straight down at the floor. We want to be really careful making sure we're not tucking the tailbone under here. So tailbone is heavy, pointed at the floor, shoulders right over hips. For 4, 3, 2, hold it down on 1, and then little pulse up. Good, so we're still pretending we have our back against a wall. Our shoulders are touching that imaginary wall, meaning we're not leaning forward. And then let's circle the arms back. Circle back. Keep your thighs pressing back. We want to make sure knees are not collapsing in. Good. 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's reverse the circle. Same pulse. Nice open chest. Shoulders stay relaxed. Circle 4, 3, 2. Last one. Let's rise up. Feet turn in, so feet are in parallel. You can stay right where you are. I always turn sideways here as we dive it forward. So flat back, and then watch the back of my knees. We bend, extend. Good, so you'll feel this stretch all the way up from your calf muscle up into the glutes. Try to keep your heels pressing towards the floor. It's okay if they're not touching, but we want to keep them pressing down in that direction. Bend, extend. 4, 3, belly pulls up and in. 2, last one, back to a bend. Let's heel toe. Feet under hips, bend in the knees, weight in your heels, and then just roll up. Slowly, slowly, shake it out a little bit at the top. All right, friends, we're gonna get right to it. So, center of the room to start, you've got your one weight, and you're only going to need the space of about a yoga mat. So we're gonna have feet wide, and then at one point we're gonna take one step back. So just make sure there's nothing or nobody directly behind you. So that's all you're gonna need in your one weight. Let's place our weight in our left hand to start, and then walk your feet out wider than hips, feet in parallel. Belly pulls in. We're gonna do a little bend in this elbow. Elbow out to the side, roll your shoulders back, and then slow-mo time. We shift our hips over to the left, and then we take our butt back and down like you're sitting in a chair. Raise the weight. So rise, sit it back and down. So side lunge, with a forward raise for the arm. I want you to keep your chest up, eyes up. Core engagement throughout the class is our focus. For 4, 3, 2. Let's hold it down on 1. So make sure your butt is back and down, weight is in this heel. And then I want you to just take your arm to the side and forward. So nothing else moving. And I want you to think about this movement coming from your core. Everything coming from the core. For 4, 3, 2. Slow for 1. Let's bring that arm back in front. From here, tiny bend in the elbow, stretch. Bend, stretch. So like kind of like a fist bump, just bend, extend. Beautiful, bend, extend. Sitting low in that chair, bend, extend. 4, 3, 2. Last one, friends. Let's pull our elbow in. We're gonna step our foot back. So we're in a lunge. Back knee straight down from the hip. I want you to just serve the weight out and in. So forearm is flat like a tabletop. Try to keep your arm from folding up. Keep your forearm parallel over the floor. We add on in 4, 3, 2. Last one, elbow in. And then as we serve, I want you to rise up and lower as you bring your elbow in. So everything bends together, both knees and your elbow. And if you're wobbling like I am, that's okay, but you can always step your foot out a little wider, get a little wider stance if that helps. For 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it here. From here, we're gonna take just the arm. I want you to reach it up, circle your arm around, palm points ahead, and then bend your elbow in. Back to that serving tray. Good, so nothing else moving. We have to engage our core to stay upright when we're doing unilateral compound work like this, so core has to be engaged. For 4, 3, 2. Let's hold it up on 1, please. From here, I want you to pull your weight towards your shoulder and then push it back up. Extend your back leg. Pull it down. I'll turn sideways so you can see a little bit better. So up, back leg straight. Bend the knee as we bring the weight to shoulder. So we have a slight hinge as we extend that leg. So my gaze goes down, gaze up, gaze down. For 4, 3, 2. Let's hold on 1. From here, turn your palm down, little tiny bend, extend with the elbow. So gaze is out in front of your toes at the floor, bend, extend. 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold the arm up, just the back knee. We're gonna dip it down, extend the leg. Keeping that hinge. For 4, 3, 2. Last one, and come up. All right, so left butt, hamstring, and quad should be on fire. If they're not, send me an email, let me know how you did that. So we're gonna do wide stance. Weight goes over to our right hand. Little bend in the elbow, elbow out to the side. Roll your shoulders back, belly pulls in. Let's shift our weight over to the right. So we're gonna take this leg bent, this leg straight, butt goes back and down and up. Good, so it's like someone has a chair for you right behind you. You're just taking a little sit in that chair. Chest up, eyes up. Core engaged, like someone's gonna pour a bucket of cold water on you. For 4, 3, 2. Let's hold on 1. Belly pulls in, sit back in that chair, and then arm goes side and forward. So like your arm is on a tabletop, keep it up. Try not to let it drop down, fighting that gravity. Tiny micro bend in your elbow for 4, 3, 2, last one. We're gonna bring our arms straight out from our shoulder and then little tiny bend, extend with the elbow. So like we're doing a fist bump, little bend and extend. Try to keep your shoulder relaxed and down, belly pulls in, bend, extend. You have 4, 3, 2, last one, friends. From here, we're gonna draw our elbow in, step your foot back. So you're in a lunge. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see here. So knee straight down from the hip, back heel's lifted, and then we're gonna keep our forearm flat. I want you to just serve it out and in. So like you have a beverage balancing on your forearm. Try to keep that arm from bending as you bring your elbow in. We're gonna add on in 4, stay down nice and low in your lunge. 3, 2, last one. As we serve our weight out, I want you to rise up, bend it in. So knees and elbow, bend together, extend together. Try to keep your chest up for 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it here. Stay right where you are. I'm just gonna turn and face you so you can see as we do our around the world with the arm. And I stepped my foot out a little bit wider than straight behind my glute because I was just wobbling a lot. I want you guys to have a nice, strong foundation so you can hold everything still as you move just the arm. For 4, here's 3, 2, let's hold it up on 1. Stay right where you are. I'm gonna turn so you can see one more time. From here, I want you to draw your weight towards your shoulder. As you push it back up, take this back leg straight. We're gonna hinge forward. So you can see I have a straight line diagonal from the top of my head to my heel. Reach and hinge. You have 4. Here's 3, 2. Let's hold it up on 1, palm down towards the floor, just the arm, little bend, extend. So teeny, teeny bend in the elbow, reach it out. Try to keep your arm right up by your ear, bend, extend. You have 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it here, back knee only. We're gonna dip it down, extend the leg. Good, so keep your hinge, keep your core bracing, dip it down. You have 4, 3, 2, last one, bring it up, just hold, and come all the way up. Awesome job, friends. Grab some water if you need it. And then let's come over to our bar. So bring your weight. If you want, you don't have to use the weight if you don't feel like it. So we're gonna hold on to our bar, nice relaxed bend in the elbows. So I'm fairly close to my bar. Shoulders back, bring your heels together, toes apart. From here, we're gonna take our outside leg, circle it back so your heels are in line, like they're on a tightrope. Keep your back heel lifted. We're gonna bend our knees and then bring our weight to our shoulder. From here, let's push the weight up and rise like we're trying to touch the ceiling. Drop it down. Reach, drop it down. Good, so we're keeping that turnout. Our external rotation is coming from our hips, knees and toes point slightly out. For 4, 3, 2, last one, let's hold it low. From here, I want you to take your weight down towards the floor and then drop your hips 1 inch, curl, rise an inch. Drop and curl. You don't have to do the hips drop if you don't want to. If that's not working for you, you can do just the curl with the arm. We're just taking it down 1 inch lower for 4, 3, 2. Last one, combo time. So we're gonna rise and reach, drop, drop an inch curl. Rise, drop, drop, rise. Good. So back leg should be on fire. 2 more, please. Last one. Drop, we're gonna bring it up that 1 inch. From here, I want you to take your weight, we're gonna extend the arm back, hinge forward. So see how my chest came down? And then bring it up. So hinge, chest comes up. Really slow and controlled, and keep your arm right next to the side of your body so we're not taking that arm out too wide. For 4, 3, stay down nice and low, 2. Last one, let's add on. We're going to do that same hinge with the kickback. Bring it up, and then I want you to push your weight out, step your foot wide. We're in wide second. Step it back, hinge, up. So wide, curtsy, hinge, chest up. Nice and slow. Chest is up on that second position. We're here for 4. Here's 3, 2. Last one, let's do 1 more, just for fun. And then I want you to hold that second position. So feet are turned out. I like to let go of the bar. You can hold on if you want to. From here, we're gonna pulse for 3, 2, 1. Rise, lower the weight. 3, 2, 1, and rise. So weight comes up about chest height. I want you to watch, make sure it's not coming up higher than your shoulder. We want our shoulders relaxed and down. 2 more. 3, 2, 1, and rise. Last pulse for 3. Let's take it back down. I want you to draw your elbow back, raise your opposite heel. Your bar is there if you need it. Core is bracing. We have a book on our head, nothing moves. For 4, 3, 2. Last one, let's hold it here. Heel is up if you want. We're gonna do a little pulse, shoulder rotation. So I want you to be really careful that you're controlling your weight, your lift stop, lower stop. So we're not using momentum. We want to be really gentle, making sure we're in control. You can set the weight down if you need to. For 4, 3, 2. Last one. Come on up. All right, kick it out a little bit. And then let's keep our bar on the same side, feet in parallel, please. So I have lines on my floor. I like to look at which line my outside foot is on, and then I'm gonna step my foot back, small step, placing my heels on the floor, but I stayed on the same line. I often see people take it here. It's here. So we're on 2 separate tight ropes. Heels are down, legs are fairly straight, little micro bend, belly in, raise your weight like thumbs up. From here, I want you to lower your weight, raise your heels, press your heels into the floor as you raise your weight to chest height. Nice and slow. You have 4, 3, 2, last one, please. We're gonna hold our heels lifted. From here, bring your weight up to elbow height, little bend in the knees, lower the weight, straighten the legs. Good, so just a tiny dip down, outer thighs should be a little bit mad at me right now. Tailbone points straight down. We're here for 4, 3, 2, last one, combo time. So drop the heels, lift the heels, bend the knees, stretch it straight. bend, extend. Nice and slow. You have 2 more combos, please. Here's our last one. Hold it here. From here, outside leg, I want you to bend your knee, bend your arm, keeping your elbow up at shoulder height. We're gonna rotate externally, rotate center, set your foot down, extend the arm. So it's a bend, side, center, lower. Be really careful here that you're not leaning back. We want to keep shoulders right over hips. If you find yourself leaning back, don't lift the knee as high. Good, you have 3. 2, core is bracing. Last one. Rotate it side, then hold back to center. From here, I want you to just extend and bend. Focusing with our leg on getting it straight over the height. So length over height with the leg. And making sure we're not leaning back. If you find yourself leaning back, drop the leg down, work a little lower. For 4, hello quads. 3, 2, let's hold on 1. Straight arm, straight leg. We're gonna take arm and leg in opposite directions, back to center. So standing core. Keep a little micro bend in your standing leg. For 4, 3, 2, let's hold on 1. Reach your arm out a little farther. That'll help you keep your shoulders over hips. Turn your palm down. From here, arm and leg, little midline press. So see how my hip is not moving? Let me show you what we don't want right here. This. We're not doing this. We're doing this. Teeny, teeny, tiny. Shoulders, hips point straight ahead. Little press. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Bring it on down. Awesome work. So the midline press. Inner thigh working. Teeny, teeny, tiny. Don't let this hip move at all. You can practice by holding your hips. Keep it small. All right, that's my PSA. So let's switch sides. So switch your weight over to the other side. Heels together, toes apart, please. Relax grip on the bar. Come on, words. And then let's take our outside leg. Circle it back so your heels are about in line, and then keep your back heel lifted. Bend your knees. Bring your weight to your elbow. From here, let's rise and reach like we want to touch the ceiling, and then drop it low. We have that external rotation, which is coming from the hips, so knees and toes turn slightly out. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's take it low. From here, we're gonna reach for the floor, drop our hips an inch, bring it up an inch. Drop and lift. Like, whoops, I dropped my keys. Just trying to get a little bit closer to the floor. We're gonna put those 2 together in 4, 3, 2, last one. From here, we're gonna rise, reach for the ceiling, drop, drop, rise, rise. Good, so we're just going down a little bit lower on that curl. You have 4, 3, really squeeze your legs together right here as you lift. 2, last one, squeeze, drop, drop. Hold it here. From here, we're going to hinge from the waist as we kick our arm back, and then bring the chest up. Hinge, up. Try not to move your legs too much. Stay down nice and low. You have 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're gonna add on. So do you guys remember, we're gonna step side, wide step, punch forward, back to our curtsy, and then we hinge, chest up. Second, curtsy, hinge and kick back. Beautiful. So on our second right here, chest up, shoulders right over hips. You have 3. Here's 2. Last one. Let's take it back out to our second. From here, I like to let go of the bar, your choice. From here, I want you to pulse down. 3, 2, 1, and rise. Lower the weight. 3, 2, 1, rise. Lift your weight to about chest height. Don't let it go above your shoulders if you can. 3, 2, 1, bring it up. 3 more sets. Up, here's 2. Last time, pulse. 3, 2, 1, rise. Let's take it back down. Elbow, we pull it back, we raise our opposite heel. And we have an imaginary book on our head. So we have very little bounce for 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, maybe heels lifted, maybe not. We're gonna do a little pulse with shoulder rotation. Try to keep your elbow the same height as your shoulder, and we wanna move with control, making sure we're not using momentum. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. All right, friends, awesome work. So, one more thing to do with our bar on the right. Feet in parallel. And then remember, we have those 2 lines drawn on the floor. You're gonna keep your foot on that same line, so you're gonna step it straight back. Not a big step, because we want our heels on the floor. Hips perpendicular to the bar, arm out in front. And then I want you to raise your heels as you lower the weight. Press your heels into the floor as you raise your weight. So try not to use momentum. We're slowing that weight down on the way down, lifting with control on the way up for 4, 3, 2. Last one. Heels stay up, arm at your side. I want you to do a little bend in the knees. Bring your weight up to elbow height and rise. Heels are lifted. Try to keep your knees straight out from your hip sockets. My knees always want to go wide, but I want you to keep your legs in parallel for 4, 3, combo time in 2. Last one. Let's lower the heels, raise the weight. Heels up and plie. You have 3. Here's 2. Last one, heels are down. From here, keep your elbow up at shoulder height. We're gonna bend the arm, bend the knee, open side, center, set your foot down right next to your standing foot. So bend, side, forward, lower. Hips don't move as we take our knee out to the side. So it's not a really big rotation. It's only as big as we can make happen without moving our hips. Last one. Let's hold it here. I want you to extend and bend. So feel your core bracing and try to feel if your shoulders are over hips. If you're leaning back, drop your leg down, work lower for 4, 3, 2, hold on 1. So belly pulls in, stand up a little taller, bring this outside hip down. Don't let this hip creep up here. Keep it down, long spine, and then we're gonna tap the toes and lift. Hello, standing core. You have 4, 3, 2. Let's hold on 1, flip your palm down, and then little midline press. Good, so hip isn't moving. We're just bringing our big toe towards the bar. without moving our hips. Midline press for 4, 3, 2, last one, bring it down. All right, friends, awesome work. So one thing left to do standing. You have the option to use your weight. You don't have to. The weight, if you want to use it, will be behind the knee. It's going to give you a lot greater hamstring engagement. I don't always like this. Sometimes it's too much for me and my hamstring gets crampy. If you want to just focus more on the glutes, you can leave this out. So you do have the option. So let's get set up. Everything else is the same, whether you're using the weight or not. We're gonna face our bar, feet in parallel, straight down from the hips. And then like you drop something, or I always tell people, it's like you're unloading the dishwasher. You're picking something up. You always wanna have nice long spine, core bracing, belly pulls up and in. And then you do a tiny bend in the knees. Tailbone goes back. We hinge from the hips and then hands on the bar. If you want to place your weight, it's gonna go behind your left knee. You don't have to have it there. Bend in this right knee, palms on. And then from here, I want you to just raise your knee only as high as you can. Keep a nice long spine. So if your back is arching, you're lifting too high, just make it smaller. For 4, 3, 2, last one, let's add on. So we're gonna lift, external rotation. So knee points out to the side, hip bones stay pointed down, point the knee down, lower down. So it's lift, rotate, center, down. So I have my hand on my hip. It's helping me to feel if this hip is lifted. I wanna keep it pointed straight down. 2 more. Last one. Let's hold it up, knee points straight down. I want you to pulse for 3, 2, 1, drop it down. 3, 2, 1, drop it down. Try to keep your ears and shoulders as far apart as you can. So shoulders are relaxed and down, and drop 2 more. 3, 2, 1, drop it down. Last time, 3, 2, 1, drop it down. We're gonna do that same lift, maybe lift standing heel. Lift, gazes up at the bar for 4, 3, 2. Last one we're gonna add on. So we're gonna lift, external rotation, knee points down, bring it down. Lift, out, in, down. My legs are shaking. You have 4. Get rid of that weight if you need to. 3, 2. Last one. Let's take it back up from here, little tiny pulse. Maybe that standing heel's lifted, maybe not, up to you. Little tiny pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your heel down, grab your weight, set the weight down, standing foot, right foot on your thigh, and then sit it back. So if you felt this more in your standing side than in your moving side, perfect, great work. Our stabilizing side is definitely the worker. I like to reach up and over to really open up that hip. And then hands on the bar, bring your foot down, and we'll switch sides. You can stay right where you are. I'm just gonna turn so you can see my moving side. So feet in parallel, we're about an arm's distance from the bar. Core engaged, so bracing, bracing. And then, oops, I dropped something, little bend in the knees, hips hinge back, tailbone points back, and then weight goes behind right knee if you want to use a weight. We're going to just raise and lower. So we're only lifting as high as we can without any movement in our spine. For 4, 3, try to keep your gaze on the bar. 2, last one, we're gonna add that external rotation. So we lift, turn the knee out without moving the hip. Knee goes down, lower, lift. So on the next one right here, I'm going to show you what we don't want. This is it. We don't want this. Good. So it's tiny. We just want this. Teeny, 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 teeny. Sorry, I said that way too many times. That's how much I mean it. Good. Last one. Let's lower down. We're going to lift. Pulse 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. 3, 2, 1, and drop. Try to keep gaze at your bar. You don't need to watch your moving leg. I saw myself doing it last time. 3, 2, 1. Drop. From here, we're going to lift. Also, raise that standing heel if you like. Totally optional. For 4, 3, 2, last one, and then we add that external rotation. So let's lift, rotate, center, down. Lift, and down. Legs should be shaking by now. How about 4 more? 3, 2, last one, friends. Let's take it back up. Maybe that standing heel lifts. Sink into your standing leg a little lower, little tiny pulse. Up, up. Oh my gosh, RIP my butt. We're here for 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, bring your heel down, grab the weight. Oh. All right, let's take left foot on your leg, sit back, figure 4 stretch, and then if you want, you can take the arm up and over as you let your knee drop down towards the floor. And then come on up. All right, friends, awesome work. It's mat work time. All you need is your 1 dumbbell. So come on down. For some side body and core work, grab some water if you need it. All right, friends, so we're gonna start with our sideline series today. So we're gonna lay down on one side. Couple options. So if you are prone to tightness in neck and shoulders, just lay down, ribs on the mat. So this will be just fine for you. This is a good way to keep the tension out of neck, shoulders. Otherwise, we have our forearm down on the mat. Make sure your elbow is a little bit farther from your body than your shoulder. We want to avoid this. So from here, obliques lifted, weight in your top hand. So even though we have a weight in our hand, the tendency is to go here. I want you to keep nice open chest. So shoulders are stacked right over one another. So if you feel like you're here, just bring your weight a little closer to your body. And then knees are bent slightly in front of your body. So my heels are about in line with my butt. So that's the setup there. And then from here, we're always lifting out of this oblique. So constantly adjusting to keep your ribs away from the mat. I want you to lift your leg. We're gonna lift our weight. Weight goes down, leg goes down. Lift, lift, down, down. Good, so we're just doing a static hold with the leg as we add the arm. Lift, lift, down, down. Nice and slow. 3 more, please. Last 2. Last one. From here, let's take the arm and leg up together, and then from here, we'll go in slow-mo. I want you to draw your knee in front of your body and then pull your elbow behind you, looking over your shoulder. Take it up, lower arm and leg. So really slow. Oblique twist, set it down. Good, so we look over our shoulder here as we bring our knee in front of our body. You have 3. You can always get rid of that weight if you need to. Here's 2. Last one, friends. From here, arm and leg down, option to add a hip lift. Lower the weight, lift, hips down. So hip goes up, static hold leg, lift, lower, bring both down. So butt should be on fire. You have 3. Slow for 2. Very last one. Hold it up. Let's bring knee to elbow. Reach it up. You can bring your hip down if you want. At any time, hip can come down. You have 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Bring it down. Good job. So top leg, cross it over bottom. Give the leg a hug. Try to get both sit bones on the mat if you can, and then we're gonna take arm back behind you. So same side as your leg that's crossed over, and then gently bring your chin towards your shoulder. Couple breaths here. Of course, someone's calling me. There goes our music. And then you can gently bring your head forward and uncross the legs. All right, so let's come over to our other side. And it's really common for one side to be easier than the other. In my studio, we always say we have our good side and we have our really good side. So one side might feel different than the other, totally normal. We're gonna raise our ribs. Make sure your elbow is out farther from your body than your shoulder. And then we have that nice open chest. So if that means you need to bring your weight closer to you to avoid being here, please do so. Bend in the knees, heels in line with your butt. And then we're gonna raise our leg, hold the leg, lift the arm goes down, leg goes down. Lift, lift, lower, lower. So I am constantly adjusting to keep my ribs from sagging down towards the floor. We wanna keep a nice long spine. 3 more, please. Two. Last one. From here, we're gonna lift arm and leg, and then I want you to gently bring your knee forward. Elbow pulls back, look in between your foot and your arm, extend, bring it down. So lift, oblique, lift, lower, nice and slow. How about 3 more? Here's 2. Oh, I'm dying. All right, last one. From here, we're gonna lift arm, leg, and hip if you want. We lower the weight, raise the weight, bring it down. So lift, lower, lift, bring it down. So hip can be down on the mat if you choose. 3 more. Here's 2. Last one. So we're gonna hold it up at the top. From here, knee to elbow, reach. So I'm reaching my arms straight up, I hope. I'm trying to. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Good job. So come on up, cross your leg over your bottom leg, let your sit bone sink down towards the floor, and then the same side as the leg that's on top. Hand goes back behind you, fingers point away from you, and then just bring your chin towards your shoulders, sitting up really tall. And then bring your head back to center. You can uncross the legs. And then let's lay down on our back. Bring your weight if you want. So just a quick core series before we stretch. So from here, draw your belly button down towards the floor, and then your weight is gonna be up over your chest. So let's bring left leg up to a tabletop. So your knee is right over your hip. Be really careful. I see this a lot. And when your knee is this close to you, your pelvis is tucked under. I want you to keep a neutral pelvis. So bring your knee over your hip. So you have neutral pelvis, flat back, and then raise your opposite knee. From here, we're gonna alternate. Just tap one toe, tap the other. Being really mindful that we're keeping that neutral pelvis. I have my head and shoulders on the mat. You can lift yours if that feels right for you. From here, we're gonna change. We're gonna take the leg long, reach the arm overhead, bring it up, and alternate. So really slow. Make sure you're breathing. Pay attention to what your knees are doing. Are they stopping right over your hips, or are they coming in towards your chest, giving you a tuck? Good, so that all comes with core strength. Controlling that, you got this. One more each side. Here's our last one. From here, pull your belly button down. We're gonna take the weight by our ears. We're gonna lift the shoulders and then legs extend. So we're in a hollow hold. From here, I want you to bring your weight towards your thighs and then arms up by your ears. If this is too much for you, I want you to just bend your knees for 4, 3, 2, we want to be really careful we don't have any doming or coning in our core. So everything pulls in. Let's hold it here and then just a little tap with your feet. So if you feel your belly protruding, lots of pressure there, I want you to bend your knees and get rid of your weight. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees in, set your weight down, hug it in. Good work. So really, really important. I've had 2 children. I've had abdominal separation, lots of issues for me with core strength in the past couple years. And if you're doing core work and you see like a tent popping up, it doesn't matter if you've had children or not. People without children can have the separation, but it does happen when you have your babies. So if you have like a tent shape, if you have some sort of protrusion here, I want you to make sure you set your weight down, and then if anything else, maybe put 1 foot on the floor. So one additional point of contact is gonna take the pressure off until you can build up your strength to be able to keep all of that down. So doming, coning, really dangerous. If you have questions on that, if you're like, I'm not sure if this is happening to me, please let me know. I work with a lot of postnatal clients, and it's been a problem for me as well. So just let me know if you need help with that. All right, let's stretch. So butterfly, maybe a little flutter with the legs if that feels good for you, or you can just do an even pressure with the inner thighs down towards the mat. And then let's take our right leg out to the side, left leg stays bent. Sit bones grounded, and then reach your right hand for your toes. Doesn't matter if you make it or not, but I want you to make sure both sit bones grounded, and then let's take left arm up. So we're reaching straight up, and then we take it over as far as we can while keeping our sit bone on the floor. So really important, good form even on stretches. Good, and then let's switch sides. A proper stretch is so important for our balance. When we have like imbalances within our body, it definitely affects our balance. So always pay attention to your stretches. So sit bones grounded, reach for your toes, and then we reach straight up, press your sit bones into the mat, and then reach to the side. Beautiful. So I barely have any side lean going because I'm maintaining that upward lift, and I'm maintaining my sit bones pressing into the floor. All right, let's take arm across the chest, nose towards knee. And then bring it up. We're gonna come to all fours for some cat and cow breathing. All right, so shoulders are right over wrists, hips right over knees. Bend in the elbows, draw your elbows towards one another. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the chest, lift the tail. And exhale, spine goes up, tailbone curls under, head hangs. One more time, inhale. One more time, exhale. Big exhale. And then neutral spine. Let's take our left foot between the hands. Right toes curl under, raise your right knee, press through your heel. Open up that hip. And then let's take, if you want, left hand up towards the ceiling, eyes on your fingertips, sinking your hips down towards the mat. And then I like to circle my arm back behind me as I bring it down, lower your back knee, and then keep your forward heel on the mat, toes to the ceiling, or pull your toes towards your face, just stretching the calf and the hamstring. And then let's walk our hands back up. We're gonna step left foot back, right foot steps through, left toes curl under, raise your back knee, press through your heel, gaze at the edge of the mat. And then if you want, you can take right hand up to the ceiling, keep this hip down. It wants to come up and twist you, that's what I mean. So try to keep your hips level. And then bring it down, knee comes down, and walk it back. All right, a lot of information coming at you. I try to tell you guys what I notice in class when I teach in real life. It kind of helps to point out those misalignments when I'm here by myself. All right, let's walk our hands in front of our foot. We're gonna step both feet together. Let your neck completely relax. So head hangs, grab opposite elbow, nod your head, yes please, really tiny. And then no thank you. One more tiny, yes please. One more tiny, no thank you. And then fingertips drop to the mat, bend the knees, and just roll up slowly. Head comes up last. All right, friends, awesome work today. I hope you enjoyed the class. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, just send me a message, Angela@thegoodbarre.com, and I'm happy to hear from you. I'll see you next workout. Bye.